I just know that I live each day, as depressing as life can be, as horrific as it is. I live each day enthusiastic, passionate, on fire, alive for the animals. I do everything I can to be the person, to be the vessel that I need to be so that we can liberate animals and give freedom to the people so that we can get away from this this slavery, really, that we've kind of been bought into, right? So anyway, that's my takeaway right now, is that I'm just so grateful for this vision. And I'm so grateful to know that it's catching on globally around the world. So thank you. Yeah.
I don't know if this is a pearl of wisdom, but one of the things that I was able to do was to do a front yard garden. And so I'm thinking every little thing that you plant in your garden, or even if you have plants on the inside, maybe those tower plants that people are putting together, any kind of gardening that you can do. And then I would say, I just want to reinforce what Carol Manetta is doing around the world, doing food forests and that sort of thing. So that's what I wanted to add.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who else has got a pearl of wisdom to come share with us?
A vegan pearl.
A vegan pearl. A vegan pearl.
Blocking your face.
Come on up, somebody. Cam, get up here. You got some vegan pearls.
You can have this for this roadmap.
All right, you gotta be.
Yeah, for this roadmap that we are building towards a vegan world. What are we missing? Is there anything that y'all can think of that we're missing? Well, I can think of something. All right, we're missing unity. We need to come together as a movement. This movement is fragmented, it's fractured, and we need to come together. And so regardless of what we might believe, what we might think, what we might, whatever, we have one common goal, and that's that we want to end animal suffering. We want to see the world be given back its rights to, a clean planet, a clean earth, clean water, clean air. That's something we should all have. So yeah, we need that. We're missing that. Oh, come on up.
Well, thank you for that, and what a perfect segue, because our passion, our work with the vegancommunity.com is to unite the vegan world.
Yay!
And
tell us who you are.
I'm Peter Goldstein, and I'm founder and chief synergy officer for the vegancommunity.com. And our passion is, and we're founded in the concept of being grassroots ambassadors. Everybody who's vegan would like to help spread the word and create a vegan world. And what we're looking at is how can we do that better with our friends and loved ones? So we look at 3 pillars in our work. One being the interpersonal psychology. How do we communicate, listen, create relationships so that people will hear us? The second pillar is about resources, so bringing together and uniting all the amazing people doing so much great work in the vegan world, so that we can all have the seeds that we can plant with our friends and loved ones and in our communities. And then of course our third pillar is about community, so we can thrive and support each other and deal with all the stresses that we have, with all the challenges, so we can be supporting each other. So I'd like to invite everybody to go to the vegancommunity.com and create a free membership. One of the things we're doing is we're bringing together programming for the holidays to love and thrive for the holidays. So doing presentation support on all aspects of veganism for the holidays, whether it's about meditations or prayers or about how to create food for a potluck, how to communicate with our friends and loved ones as we go through the holidays.
Wow, what great work.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Jane, I know you've got to have some kind of pearl of wisdom.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on, Jane.
All right.
I know you've got something to add to this roadmap.
I got a lot of pearls.
On that thing.
Well, okay. I got a lot of pearls, and they're vegan pearls. They're not. Is that species pearls of wisdom?
Vegan pearl.
Vegan pearls of wisdom. Well, I'm going to speak later, so hopefully you guys will listen. But I think we have to. We need a major game changer now, and I don't think what we're doing is enough. If you look, and I'm not talking politics here, we're a 50, Unchained TV is a 501c3 nonprofit. By the way, you want to do something, download Unchained TV. Okay, it's free on your phone. Has everybody here downloaded Unchained TV?
Yay!
Yeah? What? No, you're not good. Have you downloaded it? Get your phone out. Get your phone out. Get your phone out. You're not good. You're not good. That's not the answer I want. We've got a crisis on this planet. We won't have a planet in 10 years. And we're making one simple request. Download Unchained TV. The reason is there are 2,000 videos there. 2,000 videos. We're making a video of this right now. Of course, I'll edit out my little episode. Although it's live. It's live. If you want to blackmail me, it's live right now on TikTok. But we are working around the clock. I'm a volunteer. We have so many volunteers. Kim's a volunteer. Paige is a volunteer. Everybody here works. And all we're asking people to do is to download the app that we've created that makes the argument for a vegan world.
And share it.
And share it. You can share when you download Unchained TV onto your phone or your TV set. Any Amazon Fire Stick users, you can get it through Amazon Fire Stick. You can get it through your Apple TV device. You can get it through your Roku device. You can also just put it into any Samsung TV. And you can also access it online. But we need people to download it.
She wants to know where to download it from.
On your phone, there's an app store.
Which one?
You only have one app store. If you have Google Play. You go to Google Play if you have an Android and you put it in. If you have an iPhone, you go to your app store and you just put in the word Unchained TV, one word. And then you hit get it, and then it downloads, and then you have 2,000 videos that you can text to people. You know that relative who's never going to give up cheese? We've got a whole half-hour special on a vegan cheese that is essentially bioidentical to dairy cheese, completely plant-based. Any argument against veganism, we have a video on Unchained TV that makes the other argument. So here we are working to create all of these videos and working around the clock, 14 hours a day, to put them up on all of these platforms. And all we're asking people who are vegan to do is to download it.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes, and I can attest to the fact that I've been at her house on multiple occasions, and all she does is download videos and scream and holler because something's not happening about it. All right, anybody else? Did you have something? Come on.
Okay, on this roadmap, I think we want to think about how we're going to communicate. We've got ways.
Is that reference to me?
No, that's not a reference. I meant technology-wise. Your communication works really well. No, that was good. But in terms of, let's say the electricity goes out. Okay, so I'm bringing up the bad stuff. The electricity goes down, or something happens and we don't have Facebook anymore. We don't have, I'm not going to say that. We're going to always have Unchained TV. But there are people that are working on communication methods so that we can communicate together. And that would be on the guys. I don't want to tell you the guy's name because it's underground. So anyway, there's a. But if you go to Cooling the Planet with Jamin and Marco, that's another group that's working to cool the planet, and we want to take into account what everybody has to say to create this vegan world. And one of the things is also what I mentioned, but it fits right in, is big greenhouses. If you don't want to do the forest, make a big greenhouse.
Right. There you go. Thank you. Woo-hoo! Bring something back up. Right up here on the spot.
So I run an organization I started 3.5 years ago called Climate Diet.
And what's your name? Tell us.
Jane DeMarinis. And some of you know my daughter, Erin DeMarinis, who's a vegan chef down in Tampa. And Erin and I have Erin James Cooking every Friday and put out recipes. But in talking about the roadmap, I think we need more vegans. And one of the things we're doing is trying to teach students about veganism and plant-based eating and get them when they're still young and they haven't got used to eating meat, hopefully. In fact, I'm vegan because my daughter taught me about veganism. So I think if we get that next generation and get them started, they have a lot of anxiety about the climate. There have been studies put out recently and surveys showing they have the highest level, their biggest anxiety is about the climate, not are they getting a date for the prom.
Right.
So I think we just have to think about that next generation.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Jane. Very well said. You know, one other thing that I just want to bring up is we need vegan lobbyists and staffers in our government. People coming out, you know, kids coming out of universities, they should be going to our government and getting involved inside the White House, inside Congress. I'm on the board of the Agriculture Fairness Alliance, and we have beat the halls, the walls of Congress trying to make a difference. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest problems is there's no vegan lobbyists out there beating the doors down. There's no vegan staffers. Why not? So if we're going to really create this roadmap, we all get out there and get involved in the government. Yeah.
We do have some vegans in Congress. Jamie Raskin is.
Yes. No, I'm not saying there's not some vegans in Congress, but I'm talking about a lot of them instead of your 8th generation cattle ranchers to the good old boys that are out there just doing it all. That's the issue. Anybody else? Oh, Kim is going to come up. Oh,
Thank you. Yes, you guys inspired me. Peter, some stuff he said, and then Jane and everyone. And when you mentioned unity, that's when I first got inspired. Because there's so many conflicts going on right now. So like whether you're Republican or Democrat, whether you're for the vaccines or not for the vaccines, whether you're a Trumper or not, whatever, that's not relevant anymore right now in regards to saving the planet, saving the animals. Just work together and concentrate on the animals, the planet, even your own health. Don't get involved in these big conflicts which are going on right now. Another one, Israel, Palestine. I mean, it's horrible stuff going on in the planet, on the earth right now, but concentrate on the animals and the planet, help keeping it healthy. Then another thing I wanted to say regarding Unchained TV. Yeah, just an inspiration. Have you seen the movie? One of my favorite first movies from years ago. I've been vegan now 10 years, but like 10 years ago, I was watching this movie called Vegucated. So I recommend you go on to Unchained TV, type in Vegucated. It's like educated, but it's Vegucated. It's a really fun movie that's also educational, and it's a documentary, and it's about like maybe 4 different people that go through a process, and watch that, and it might inspire you, and then share it with someone. You can text it to them and it says, I'm watching Vegucated, and then they might watch it and it might inspire them to go vegan. So just a recommendation. There's also so many other movies, from Forks Over Knives and Dominion or Earthlings, a lot of stuff on Unchained TV. So yeah, just share it out, and you might cause someone to go vegan. Thank you.
thank you, Kim. Educated was one of the very first documentaries that I saw and shared with my cattle rancher husband, Tommy, 10 years ago. Did you want to say something? Lisa,
Thank you so much. I have a little quick thing to add to all of
come bring a vegan pearl of wisdom.
Vegan Pearl. So this month at Independent Animals, we are putting together the World Vegan Month, a special programming, and it reminds me of a couple of things that you were sharing. We will be interviewing Dr. Faraz Harsini, who specializes in really activating and mobilizing universities to and challenging them to go vegan and have vegan bacterias and all of that. So we'll be interviewing him on November 19th as part of our World Vegan Month. So you can visit the website to sign up and register at idausa.org. And that will be discussing veganism and the importance of going vegan now.
Thank you. And Dr. Farad, his group is called Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. And Jane and I were on the cusp of that, like 8 years ago when we showed up in Podunk, Texas. And well, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, that's Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. In fact, I will be at Texas A&M next week. We are screening the documentary Rowdy Girl there with Allied Scholars for Animal Protection, and my cattle rancher husband, King-Sonnen, will also be with me. So it is a public event. If you live out that way, it's going to be at Texas A&M University. So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
One more pearl. Are you ready for it?
What? Get closer.
Okay, all right. If you have not endorsed the plant-based treaty, please do. All you have to do, it takes like 5 minutes maximum. And just so you know what it's all about is, I'm just going to read this straight up. Endorse it as part of your climate action and your plan. We are asking individuals, groups, businesses, and cities to join us in demanding national government negotiates a global plant-based treaty, right? As a companion to the Paris Agreement, the treaty is a grassroots initiative designed to put food systems at the forefront of combating climate crisis through a shift to a healthier plant-based diet, right? This is global, y'all. So this changes within your city, within your state, within your nation. So jump on in.
Sign the plant-based treaty. Get on board. Yay. Thank you, Paige. Anybody else got a vegan pearl of wisdom they want to drop on us? Online? Do we have any pearls, vegan pearls online?
And see if our next speaker is here.
Hey, Renee, I was able to finally access my controls on my phone. I wanted to share a pearl of wisdom here, vegan one. Are you there?
Ever since Tuesday, I've been thinking hard about how to have an impact and realize that the most important thing, whether advocating for animals or any cause, is to help people realize that we need to work together. I'm not talking about just working with fellow advocates who share our views, but with everyone.
Yeah, so the main gist there is that we really need to work together, not just vegans, but everybody. We all need to come together if we're going to solve this problem. So, yeah, let's bring everybody. Everybody needs to come together.
That's okay.
Are we done out there online as well? Any other questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there are several people that wanted to share.
Are we ready for the online?
I have a thought. I was going to mention it during the next, because I'm speaking. So I was going to mention this, but I'll say it twice because people are talking about the election. And again, I'm not talking in politics here. I'm not talking left, right, Democrat, Republican. The facts are the facts. If there's a new administration and they are going to focus on cutting government waste, isn't that an opportunity for our movement to show the extraordinary government waste that is occurring to prop up the meat and dairy industry?
Yeah.
And isn't this an opportunity for us to go in there and say, okay, you say you want to cut government waste? The Farm Bill is still being negotiated. There's massive, massive, massive subsidies for animal agriculture in the Farm Bill. So you want to cut there. The USDA, massive, massive subsidies for animal agriculture. You want to cut there. The National Institutes of Health, massive, massive, horrible waste on ridiculous and cruel experiments on monkeys and rabbits and dogs and cats. You want to cut there. Interior Department, there's massive waste at the Interior Department. They have an entire agency called Wildlife Services that just goes around killing wildlife, the very wildlife that the government purports to want to save. Cut that. Cut the wild horse roundups. If we just go at it from a financial perspective, not from we're trying to save the animals, because we have to put ourselves in the shoes of what the people in power care about. Now, Elon Musk has said he wants to cut something like $1 trillion from the budget. So guess what? They've talked about the Department of Education. Personally, I don't think that's where they should cut. But it's not up to me. I'm not in charge. But what we could do is go strictly from a financial perspective. Cut all of this waste. The dairy and meat industry would collapse. Okay, already 75% of revenue from the dairy industry, according to Switch for Good, comes from the government. If the government cut the subsidies for the dairy industry would collapse. And as Dr. Rao said earlier, the dairy industry is the meat industry, and it's propping up the meat industry. The meat industry would collapse. If government subsidies to commodity crops that feed animals were cut, the meat industry would collapse. The average $1.50 hamburger would cost $25, quite possibly. So we should go in there. We should find a way. Dr. Rao, do you have any way of reaching Elon Musk? He says he's going to cut $1 trillion. If he's going to cut $1 trillion, you can't just look at the Department of Education. Okay, that's what they've talked about. And other agencies. The first place they should be cutting is all these agencies. How do we reach those people? Now, it's another Elon Musk is reportedly one of the richest people, if not the richest man in the world. Some people say it's Vladimir Putin, but why quibble? Another very wealthy person is Jeff Bezos, who just gave $60 million to come up with better alternative proteins. And Bill Gates has also said society has to switch to synthetic meat. Can't we get these people together and actually get these people to talk some sense into the government? The government is creating the climate crisis. The government is creating the health crisis. The government is creating all of these crises with its subsidies. And if they want to cut it, that could be our big game changer. And that's all I want to say.
Thank you. Well said. As always, your depth of understanding of these matters is, it's astounding. All right, we don't have time for any other questions, so we're going to jump right into our next speaker. He's going to be talking about developing for the circular economy. We're going to be bringing up Stefan Martinovic. Stefan Martinovic is a real estate innovator leveraging development to foster sustainable communities, mitigate climate impact, and grow the circular economy. He teaches real estate entrepreneurship at NYU Shack Institute and leads projects with Remix Properties. A former Shark Tank finalist, he has held roles at Placer.ai, the Real Estate Board of New York, and American Family Insurance. Stefan also advises real estate tech startups and holds degrees from William and Mary, Seton Hall, and Northwestern. Let's give it up for Stefan Martinovic. Welcome.
Just a moment, a technical.
One little technical issue coming up. Stefan will be with us here in just a moment. And y'all be sure if you're in, after Stefan speaks, we're going to be having another segment that's going to be quite hilarious, laughter yoga. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be right after Stefan's segment and service. So I'm ready to do some laughing. I mean, I'm always ready to do some laughing. So I hope all of you out there in Zoom land are enjoying the conference, sharing this conference out, telling your friends. Is Stefan here?
Sort of, not really.
Oh.
His notebook is here, and we're having trouble connecting with
Oh.
this connection, so we're trying to get on. Just let everybody know he's trying to get on.
Yeah, he's trying to get on. Y'all just give us a minute because we are, remember that we are transmitting this conference in 3 different ways, I think. We're in person, we're on Zoom, we're on Facebook, and we're on TikTok. So we've got all sort of technological challenges as we project this awesome conference into the world. So y'all stay tuned with us as we wait patiently for Stefan to get his notebook and everything lined up. In the meantime, y'all don't forget, we also have this conference tomorrow morning. It starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be here going until 7 o'clock. I'll actually be speaking tomorrow at 11 o'clock and doing a yoga session myself up here. So is he ready?
That is not going to work, and so we're going to open it back up to more discussions because there were some people online that could not get to. There were people online who didn't get to speak. Oh. And so if we can ask Allison and Ray to let those on, let the whole team know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Breaking right now, Allison, Ray, if you let the rest of the team know that we are ready and waiting for your vegan pearls of wisdom online. So bring them on, let us hear all about it.
Okay, first we have Donna. Donna, if you
Yeah, there was people that didn't get to speak, so we want to make sure that your voices are heard here. Your vegan pearls are needed.
Donna, can you come on screen? If
No,
not,
I can't because my video has been stopped. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm able to.
Sweet Jet.
Okay, now we can do it. Thank you. Stop video. Sorry. Anyway, I have been deep in thought since the election about how to have an effect. And I've come to realize that the best thing I can do is to help people come together and work together. Right now, we're so polarized. Nothing can happen. Nothing can be done because we are so divided. And I've often heard things like, the other side are greedy or they're, why would anybody eat meat? They must be, anyway, whatever the issue is, we ascribe lots of characteristics to the other group. And I don't think we're going to accomplish anything with that approach. And I was so glad that 2 of our speakers today talked about advocating with love. And I would add advocating with understanding and reaching out and trying to get to know these people and what they want so that we can work together and realize we're all on the same team. We're all together. We're all part of, I love the diamond analogy that we are one, and we just need to recognize that and not approach this from being in separate groups. So thank you. I just want to share that we need to really approach it from that angle. Thank you. Sorry, but now we can't hear you.
All right, there we are. All right, who else is up? Who else is wanting to drop a vegan pearl on us?
Liz there because she wanted to speak. She had her hand up. Liz Gary.
It's Gary wanted to say, ask Liz Gary.
Liz Gary, if you want to, Liz Gary, are you out there?
Liz would love to. She says she's having difficulty with her phone at the moment. Did you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
We're just going to go on. We're just going to start. All right.
Okay, we're ready. All right, if there's nobody else to comment, we're going to go ahead and go on to the next segment, which is our laughter yoga. Marakita Solis is the founder of Vegan Empowerment Coaching, helping vegans move from frustration and sadness to peace, power, and impactful activism. With expertise in transformational coaching and grassroots activism, she guides clients in overcoming emotional challenges and unlocking their potential. A certified Main Street vegan lifestyle coach and We Did It Health grassroots ambassador, Marakita offers one-on-one and group coaching with plans to launch a revolving group program to support ongoing vegan-related stresses. So now that we have Marakita Solis with our laughing yoga.
All right, welcome. I'd like to introduce my stand, BJ. This is our first time, so be gentle with us. So
really good. Are we going to laugh a lot?
that's the whole thing here.
Okay.
And so, how many times a day do you think that? How many times a day do you think that adults laugh?
Not enough.
30.
30.
Not enough.
Two.
Two. How many times do you think that children laugh a day?
100.
Average. About 300 times.
Oh.
Compared to about 15 times if we're lucky, for adults. So, and laughing reduces stress. You know, when we smile, then we're sending out chemicals to calm our bodies. So just the mere act of smiling. So when we're stressed, smile, laugh, and so that's what we're going to do now. So we can lower our blood pressure and boost that immune system. All right, so now there's no wrong way to do this. We want to be like little kids. And so if anybody wants to, you're going to look at me and you can't do it wrong, right? Yeah, we're just going to do whatever. Okay. All right. So we're going to just start out, everybody standing up. Yeah. And we want to take some deep breaths and really calling in the gratitude of the earth. All right.
Okay, I got it.
Let's do it sunshine. Now, you're the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do some namaste. Do some namaste laughter to each other.
Namaste.
Oh my God, my jaw's hurt. All right, how about let's do some Santa laughter.
Okay.
All right, so.
All right, that's so close.
Okay, all right. Oh, I'm not on the X. All right, let's do some lion. One more. Okay.
Renee, you did good. You gotta give Renee. You gotta lower that mic a little bit. It's just a little lower. Just a little lower. Over that. A little bit more, Renee. One more time. Yes.
Oh, my God. All right, bunny rabbit. Oh.
Bunny rabbit. Gosh, Mike.
Monkey laughter. All right, follow the Oh, my
I'm tired now.
Let's just do some.
You just got started. Oh boy. You can do it. Now what are we doing?
Donkey.
Donkey.
Follow the leader.
With the mic, will you?
We gotta, y'all have to do it. We gotta do it. Okay, here we go. All right. Yay! So I think our hearts are beating out. I get them going. We got those endorphins. Oh my gosh. Well, all right. Well, you know what? This has been super fun. Thank you. I'm never gonna forget this, and I hope. Well, it's wonderful. It's being recorded.
Can you explain the philosophy?
Go on the next speaker.
Okay. All right.
All right. You know, we'll have to explain the philosophy behind the scenes. That's right. All right. All right. So next up, y'all, that was hilarious. I mean, my goodness.